Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. So I'm hoping to release this video on Monday, but it's gonna take a couple days to do this. So if you remember right, I got all those carrots. So we need to process those carrots. And because they're considered deer carrots, they're gonna be all different kinds of shapes, all different kinds of sizes. They're usually pretty big. So I'm not going to use any of my chopping machines because we want actual chunks and none of the machines will cut them that thick. But if you notice, like, there'll be different colors. You know, if I can do it like this one, I can probably do without peeling them. I don't normally peel my carrots, so any of them that I don't have to, I won't. Because a lot of your nutrition is found in the skin. So the ones that I have to, we're going to peel, and I'm going to obviously save all the peelings so I can make more vegetable broth when I get enough stuff. So what I'm going to do with each one of these is, I'll show you here. Let's peel through this. I'm going to put all of them in the bowl and then I'll put them into gallon bags. I did find a couple that I had to get rid of, and so I'll basically give it to my squirrel or whatever animal out there wants them. So what I'm going to do with each one of these is, I plan on doing carrots several different ways, but I want to make sure that the real carrots, the plain carrots, are done first so that I have enough of those. So I want a nice chunk. So this one I'll probably even cut in half and then chunk it. Because I mean, we have some that are 3 foot long. And so what I'm going to do is fill them up as I go along. I mean, this is just a small one, believe it or not. It's a small one. That one looks beautiful, so I will not peel it. And, you know, that's up to you. Like, I watched 1870s Homestead, and she does not peel her carrots either. And because you waste a lot of your nutrition by taking the peels off. You really do. And she cans hers in quarts, which I talked to Tom about that today. And he's like, you know, really, I don't think we'd eat a quart at a time. So we're going to can ours in pints. Now there's a couple of different things I want to do. So I might end up getting some quarts out to do those. But here we go. So with this, I'm going to take smaller pieces, obviously, and I'm going to fill them in so that it's nice and full, because you want to fill them as full as you possibly can. So I'm going to get at least this bowl done. I have a sink, and then I have a container full, because I think there's like 25 or 50 pounds. So I might end up having to actually buy more pint jars. But I figure I will have enough carrots to give to Courtney's mom because I don't can with salt. And I will also have enough to probably get us through 2 years of carrots. All for $4.50. So that's not a bad deal. And just because they're, you know, odd shaped and some of them break off like this, just because it's like that does not mean that you can't put those to use. Now, if you wanted to, you know, you could actually even, AJ's light keeps coming back on and off. So you could actually put those in quarters and then use those ones as pieces that you could fill in. Because they're all big. They're not skinny little carrots. So just like that, and then you can fill into the spots where you need to. So let me get enough for these jars, and then I'll come back and show you how I'm going to put water in them and clean them and debubble them and all that good stuff. So what I've been doing with the really big ones, and if they've got a whole bunch of things coming off the side, is I've just been standing them up and then cutting them into quarters. Now this one, I'll cut again. And then I just take my knife one end, my fingers on there to maneuver it, and then the other end just to pull down. Because if you do it like this all day, you're going to have a sore finger and a sore arm. Because I have a ton of carrots to do. And you know what? I mean, they may not be as pretty as the ones that you buy at the store or the ones that come in a jar from the store. But you know what? They're perfectly fine. A lot of, I know that they even do these up in Canada. They do the deer carrots. And they are regular carrots. They truly are regular carrots. And they're just grown bigger. And they actually keep them in the ground longer so that they'll be sweeter, because then it'll attract more deer. So actually you do get a little bit sweeter of a carrot when you buy it this way. The only thing is, you know what, they're not going to be perfectly round and beautiful and whatever, but you know what? They'll still look pretty in a jar, and they'll still feed your family. And you can do it for just a little bit of a price that it would cost you if you were growing them, or if you were buying them at the store. A fraction of the cost. A fraction of the cost. I mean, I'm like, I have no idea how many jars I'm going to get, but a lot. And it's going to take a long time to process them, don't get me wrong. But you know something? These came out of nice, fertile ground up north. And I trust where the carrots came from. And, yeah. I feel good about it. It's just going to be a lot of work. Because what I keep doing is filling this bowl up, keeping my water in the sink to keep them, you know, wet, and so I can wash them off. And then I still have a whole bunch in that picking basket that Tom had gotten from one of you guys. And I'll tell you, it's a lot of work, but it's going to so be worth it. I've already done 3, 6, 9 quarts already, or 9 pints already. So when I finish these last couple, then I will come back and show you how I water them, debubble them, and put them into the canner. I'm doing pints so I can double up in my big canner, so I can actually fit 18 pints in there and 9 in here. So I can, you know, I can do 27 pints at a time. Whether I have jars to do that or not, we'll see. So I've been cutting my fingers to the bones. No, I didn't cut them, but you know what I mean. Been chopping my fingers to the bones. So I've got, actually my big canner over there is full. I got 20 in there because I could double them up. And because they're small, they're the regular mouth, I could actually fit 10 on each. And I'm hoping I can do the same here. Wouldn't that be nice to have 30 pints all at one time? I have made a significant dent in the carrots, so I might not have as many as I thought I would have, but you know what? I'm going to have plenty. So I filled them to the 1 inch with water. I do not add salt. And anybody that tells you need to add salt to it, they don't know. And then make sure you wash each one of your rims. Put your lids and rings on them. Tom had to stop and buy, he's buying me Anchor because they're cheaper. But he's buying me 3 dozen more small regular mouth lit jars, because I want to use these for like vegetables, beans, things like that. I want to use my wide mouth for, you know, meat and meals in a jar and whatever happens to be. This one, I don't think, oh, it does. I am so excited about that right now, guys. All right. Get the lid put on that one. And we're going to fire them both up. So now once they get to steaming, you're going to do just like you would with any other pressure can. You're going to let it steam for 10 minutes, and then you're going to put your jigglers on. These have to be for 1,000 feet or less, which is me. We live in Michigan. And you do 10 pounds of pressure. You're going to pressure can them for 25 minutes. I know that I'm a rebel canner. I know that you'll see people out there that will water bath them, but be safe, you guys. I know you can can for a lot longer and whatever. And if you feel comfortable doing that, don't let me tell you what to do for your family, because I don't let you tell me what to do with mine. But because it's low acid, it really, really should be pressure canned. And, you know, you don't need to get sick off of what you make for your family. You just don't. So, like I say, I'm a rebeler. There's things that I'll try that I've seen other people do and whatever. But when it comes to meat, low acid foods, whatever, I don't water bath. I don't steam bath. I pressure can them. And I know people will, they'll say, well, you do this, this, and this. Yeah, I do. But when it comes to those few things, I won't stray from it. I will only pressure can. So nobody needs to be whatever, but I'll tell you, I made a huge, huge dent on my carrots. So this is 30 pints right now. I'm going to take 12 to Courtney's mom when we go over there tomorrow to do a review on something. And yeah, and then that'll still leave me, you know, 18 jars. And because I already have some downstairs, so I should have enough to last 2 years. And then I'm going to do something else with the others. And I can't do it till my order gets here. But that's okay, because it takes time for this stuff to cook. And, you know, time to cool down and whatever. Because there is something I'll have to boil on the stove. So it'll be all in one long video, both ways what I do. And so far, I have almost 2 quart bags of different, you know, the ends and some peelings, because I only peeled if I had to. So, yeah, I'm feeling very, very accomplished right now. And I know that you're going to get the video on Monday and you're going to be like, but this is a long process. I have a lot of carrots. I don't know if it was 25 or 50 pounds. I didn't lift it. All I know is it's a lot of carrots. A lot of carrots. And I just really do. I feel so accomplished. I told Tom, I said, you know, if the world starts to go to crap, I guess we got carrots to eat. But, yeah, so that means I've done carrots and green beans this year. I don't can peas. I just buy those frozen. But, you know, I'm pretty proud of myself at this point. But I have a lot still over there. I have half of that thing probably. And it's some work, but it's going to be well worth it. It's going to be so well worth it. And I have a few things in mind for canning next week. I have a piece of hair that keeps getting in my eye. Sorry, guys. But I have a few things in mind that I want to get canned up. Because there's something I want to do with my freezer. And so I'll bring you along to do that as well. To get something out and then something put back in. I don't want to give it all away. But I'm going to wait for these to steam. I probably won't bring you back when it steams because you guys see me do that all the time. If you need me to be more detailed, let me know. But other than that, I'm going to get my jigglers out so they're ready. Look at that. Jiggler's ready. And, yeah, I have been using my 4-jar lids. So you will find a discount code below that gets you 10% off. And they're all the time doing drawings and stuff, you guys. And like today I had to break into my new jars, or my new lids that I'd gotten. You run out of them. But you know, I do save all my old ones. So if something happens, I do have old lids that I can reuse. but make sure you don't put dents and stuff in the top of them. You know, that's why I wanted this one, because it pops it off. It doesn't make any dents on the top of your lids, and you can reuse them. So, not only that, but it's easier. But anyway, I know I'm taking up a lot of time. So I'll be back when these are done and over on the other one, and then we'll get started on the next ones. Alright, so I have 10 pints left. The 30 are out. I did something a little bit different. I cut some that are just like nice long strips, and I thought those would be great for the holidays. So I'm going to follow a recipe from Cosmopolitan Cornbread with Constance. I trust what she can, so I'm going to do it a little bit different though, because I've already filled my jars and they're cold. So the mixture that I need to make has to be hot. But I can, you know, and that's basically, you want to make your brown sugar, you know, dissolve and all that good stuff. So I'm going to cook it up, but I'm going to let it cool down enough that it won't bother my jars or the canner. So I'm going to double her batch. I'm going to take 4 cups of water, and I'm going to do 2 cups of orange juice. This is what I had to wait to come because we don't normally drink orange juice. So, and her recipe sounded really good, so I thought, well, I guess we'll order orange juice. And that's what I did. You'll keep hearing the other ones popping. At first they weren't popping. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't have to reprocess all that. But they've been popping pretty steady now. So we're going to use 2 cups of orange juice. That was a loud one. Yeah, I'm going to do some heavy duty canning this next week. And it won't be small batch anything. So it will be large batch everything. So now, remember, I'm doubling this, so I need 4 cups of brown sugar. There's 1. I'm going to start this warming up here, actually. And I need 2. We have 3. And 4. So I guess you know what we're going to have with breakfast tomorrow is orange juice. Not going to let that go to waste. So I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. And basically, you're just getting everything combined and dissolved. Like you hear that right now? You don't want that sound, because that means the sugar is not dissolved. And anything that I don't have enough to fill the jars, then I'm just going to can them regular, and it'll just be for 30 minutes instead of 20. So, yeah, I thought these, since they're going to be, you know, glazed carrots, I thought, wouldn't that be pretty to pull those out at Christmas and Thanksgiving and have nice long pieces of them so you can kind of decorate them on a plate. I know, I'm weird. That's okay. Somebody's got to do it. So I'm going to let this warm up, get it dissolved, and then when I'm ready to fill the jars, I'll be right back. So I've decided, since it's only 10 pints, if I don't have enough, I'll make up another batch of the stuff to make them sweet. I call them sweet carrots, so people call them glazed, I call them sweet. So I'm going to start with my sticks here first. We want to bring that up to an inch head space. Because I thought to myself, I want to turn this on for a little bit, because they are a little bit warm. I thought to myself, you know, I already have 30 of the other ones So why not just go ahead and make them all the glazed carrots? So if I need to make a second batch, I will. No big deal. I know my son loves these. I've never tried them with the orange juice, so we'll see how he likes them that way. But he used to get them at, is it Old Country Buffet or whatever? And so I'd make them at home for him because he liked them so well. So, yeah. Now he gets them on the holidays. Just a tad bit more there. Oh, there was another one that just popped. I like to hear that. I guess you think, you know, when you do like 30 at one time, you think, oh, they'll pop all at the same time, and they don't. So make sure you clean those rims really, really good, because it is sugar. Then we want to put our lids on, fingertip tight. I think I did pretty good for $4.50. I got 40 pints of carrots. I think we did great. And I have 2-gallon bags of the tops and peelings and all that stuff for next time I make vegetable broth. And some of them that just couldn't be saved, I threw them outside, and whatever lives outside can get them. You know, we have squirrels and woodchucks and all that good stuff outside. I know you'd think we live in the city, you wouldn't get all that crap, but you do. We have a skunk that actually lives. I forgot to debubble. I'll be back. Alright, so if you double that batch that for the recipe that I post, it will do 10 pints. And I had probably a tablespoon left. That was it. So, if you want to do, you know, a bulk amount, double it, and it will be enough. She quadrupled it, but she did like, and then another batch, but she did like 30 some jars. And I don't need that many. So, let's see. 10 in there again. So we're just going to put our lid on. Turn it up. So, I started at 7 o'clock this morning. It is now 12:30. So I could actually post this video early, but I'm not going to. I'll post it on Monday. And then, like I said, I have some bigger canning projects that I want to do. And then I do have a few meal in the jars that I want to do. So I don't know how many days that'll take us out, or how long this, you know, preservation thing is going to go on. But there's some things that, like I said, I want to get out of the freezer, and something I want to get put in. And there's a couple other things I'm out of, and so it might be a repeat of something you've already seen. If it is, sorry. But they're things that I need to get canned up to get ready for, you know, winter and everything else. So, excuse me. So, yeah, I'm going to let this steam for 10 minutes once it gets up to steam. Then I'm going to put my jiggler on, and I'm going to can it for 30 minutes. And once again, please pressure can anything that's non-acidic. So, I'll be back when it's done. I have to get another towel out because guess what? I ran out of space over there. So, but I feel really accomplished today. And I don't mean to toot my own horn or anything like that, but it feels good. It feels really good. So, I'll be back when these are done, and then you'll see a picture of all of it. Alrighty, so there's a good day of work right there. All the regular carrots have sealed. The glazed have not sealed yet, but I just pulled them out of the canner, so I'm sure that they will. But aren't they beautiful? Look at that. So 40 pints of carrots, $4.50, plus the sugar and the orange juice. But without the sweetener, it would have been 10 cents a pint. I'm telling you, it takes a lot of work, but there's no way that you could buy your carrots at the store that cheap. And they're all canned with no salt. So, there we go, guys. Stack it to the rafters. Thanks for coming along with me. I'll see you at dinner.